Hey, it's Math Lesson 2-3, Factors and Factor Pairs, with special guest, Factor Ferret. So, Factor Ferret and friends, can you list all the multiplication facts you know that equal 14? We need to know the terms factors and products. Factors are the two numbers you multiply to get a product. So starting with 1 times 14 gives me the product 14. 1 and 14 are my first factor pair. 2 times 7 gives me a product of 14. 2 and 7 are my next factor pair. Can we multiply anything else and get a product of 14? 3 times anything? 4 times anything? 5? 6? 7? 1 and 14 and 2 and 7 are my only factor pairs for the number 14, for the product 14. Factor pair, not a factor pair. Let's find factors for 18. Let's start with 1. Let's find factor pairs for 18. What can we multiply to get a product of 18? Let's start with 1. What can we multiply by 1 to get 18? 1 times 18. So 1 and 18 are factor pairs for the product 18. All right, let's go to 2. Can 2 times anything give me 18? I know that 2 times 9 can give me 18. So 2 and 9 are factor pairs for 18. Let's go to 3. Can 3 times anything give me 18? 3 times 6. So 3 and 6 are also a factor pair for 18. Now my turnaround facts, 6 times 3, 9 times 2, 18 times 1, those are the same factor pairs. Let's continue. 4. Can 4 times anything give me 18? No, 4 is not a factor. 5 times anything? No. 7 times anything? No. 8 times anything? No. We already have 9. 10? Nope. 11? Can't multiply anything by 12, or 13, or 14, 15, 16, or 17, and get a product of 18. So my factor pairs for 18 are 1 and 18, they're a pair, 2 and 9, 3 and 6. Another way to find factor pairs is to use divisibility. How can we use division to find the factors of 14? We can divide 14 by every number up to 14 and find all the numbers that can evenly be divided into 14. So 14 divided by 1 equals 14. That makes 1 and 14 factors of 14. Let's go to 2. 14 divided by 2 equals 7. That makes 2 and 7 factors of 14. Can we divide 14 by any other number evenly? 14 divided by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, 14 divided by 7 is 2. I already have that factor pair. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I already have 14 divided by 1 equals 14, so 14 divided by 14 equals 1. I already have that factor pair. We have two factor pairs for the number 14. We used divisibility to find them. In class, we will play Factor Captor. You'll need a Factor Captor grid and some counters. This is a two-player game. The skill is finding factors of a number. So, to start the round, player 1 chooses a two-digit number. Player 1 chooses 20. That becomes player 1's score. We jot that down. Player 1 has a score of 20. Player 2 looks for all the factors of player 1's number. So, player 2 says, okay, I know that 2 times 10 can give me 20, so 2 and 10 are factors, and 4 times 5 will give me 20, so 4 times 5 are factors. Okay, those are all the factors of 20. So, player 2 finds the sum of the factors. So, player 2 needs to add 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 10. Player 2's score is 21. Player 2 chooses a new number to be covered. Must be a two-digit number. Player 2 chooses 12. So player 1 says, great, 2 times 6 equals 12. I think I've found all the factors. 6 plus 2 is 8, and now I add 8 to my score. Player 2 says, oh, you missed some factors, and now I get to capture them. Player 2 says, you missed 3 times 4, so I get another 7 points. Player 1 says, oh man, I should have been more careful. So play continues back and forth like that. The players continue trading roles after each round until all the numbers on the grid have been covered. Players can then use their calculators to find their total scores. The player with the highest score wins. If you and your player agree, you can play on Grid 2, the advanced level, or you can continue playing on Grid 1. This has been Math Lesson 2-3, all about factors and factor pairs. See you in class!